Hi, everyone, and thank you. So my name is Tanja, and I work as a head of performance marketing specialist across Benelux and the Nordic markets. I've worked with search almost my entire career, but I must say it's never been as exciting as it's been within the last couple of years. Never before have we seen so many changes with regards to consumer behavior. Never before have we seen or kind of pivoted so many innovations into the platform. And never before has there been so many implications for businesses, but also specifically actually opportunities. I want to start by getting you all the way back to the start. So this is probably approximately the year 2000, where you really needed to carefully type in what you wanted to search for. And we didn't get it always right? So here we didn't get it right, but we tried. And luckily, we've got much better than we were at that point of time. How did we get there? This is from an interview about actually the future of search from the year 2000, as you can see there, where one of our founding fathers, Larry Page, talked about the future of search. He said that the ultimate search engine would understand exactly what you meant and give you back exactly what you want. So from the beginning, the core principles of our kind of product design has been to really kind of understand the intent of the consumers and then match accordingly the responses. While that vision has been the same for the last 25 years, it has dramatically changed in terms of how we can actually kind of match that. Today, we see over 2 billion daily users on Google, which adds up to more than 5 trillion searches on Google annually. And actually, against like some of the public opinions out there, it's specifically the younger generation, the Generation Z, that is issuing more queries than any other age group. We always say that search is expansionary. So essentially, when we're giving a new opportunity to search, consumers are searching more. And this is what we're seeing at the moment. Queries are growing. To kind of show you how AI is kind of giving an evolution to search, I want to kind of break it down in two levels. One, the questions that the consumers are asking, the what, but also the how, and then go into how the results are actually changing. When you're looking at the questions that we're asking, the most significant change that we're seeing at the moment is that the queries are becoming longer. We see that queries with 5 or more words are significantly growing faster than those that are shorter. But they're also getting more complex. You might remember or see it also from your own behavior. Previously, you were kind of searching several times, going to websites, coming back, and then searching again. You would expect to get the answers from one single search with regards to something that you're searching for. It's not only changing what you're searching for, but it's also specifically how you're searching. So we started with text. We added voice, which gave the possibility to be a little bit more, ask more complex questions. But then we also added image search. That is actually one of the categories within Google that is growing the most. So visual search, 65% year over year, this is growing. And you can see here, you essentially just take a picture of whatever you see, and then you can search for it. And then there's this really, really nice feature where you can use circle to search, which essentially means that you take your phone, you press on the home button and you circle something to then search for whatever you're seeing on your screen at that point of time. It's actually when the younger generation is getting introduced to that feature, they're starting 10% of their searches like this. So it's really getting search to become more naturally. And for you as a business, 1 out of 4 of these visual searches are actually having some kind of a commercial intent. Last, searching with video to really become a little bit more contextually. The results that we are providing. So the first thing that we launched is AI Overview, which is available for the Nordics since I/O in May. It's been one of our biggest launch in search ever, where essentially it provides to the user a snapshot where we are injecting generative AI into the core search experience, and we deliver that when there is a net value for the consumer. So essentially very often for the informative queries. What we see is that the consumers are more happy, they're more satisfied, they're searching more, specifically within those kind of categories. We're able to show more sources and links. And then when the consumers are coming to the websites, they tend to be of more quality as well. Then there's AI mode, and AI mode is essentially completely changing the way that we're looking at search because it adds that kind of multimodality to search. What we do there is that we're injecting it with the best capabilities of Gemini for US, and some of the EMEA uses it already with regards to Gemini 3 that we just launched. And it's really there for the very complex questions. So for example, when you're planning a trip, typically the questions that you're adding to AI mode, they're 2 to 3 times the length. This is what I use all the time. What I think is so fascinating here is that we're using something which is called the query fan-out technique. So essentially, we're taking that kind of long query, and we're breaking it out into individual questions to really go much deeper than ordinary search. We tap into real-time information, which essentially means that we're also making access of the knowledge graph, real-world information, but also the shopping information. So all those kind of 30 billion plus cues that we have within shopping. Add that together, consolidate, provide an information, and then you have the possibility to essentially also conversationally ask additional questions. This is where we're injecting all the different kind of innovations. So all the time there are new things coming to AI mode. So 3 of those I kind of wanted to show with you here just to see how we're actually evolving this. First of all, personal context. So if you give intent, you have the possibility to add like essentially kind of personal context to it, for example, Gmail or search history, to, for example, say when I book a restaurant, what am I interested in? Outdoor seating, for example. Second, live modality. I talked about that already, to essentially really get you to ask complex questions in the context that you're in. And third, agentic capability. So this is fairly new. We're exploring that at this point of time, but essentially it moves from being just information to action as well. For example, when you're booking a ticket for a concert, that it looks at your calendar, it aligns with that, and then helps you to find the right ticket and actually purchase it as well. So this was fast. I hope that the last 8 minutes or 7 minutes, I don't know where I exactly am, have shown you how we are evolving search, and has shown that AI is not replacing search, but it's actually kind of giving search superpower. I hope I shared a little bit of the enthusiasm and the excitement that I have with regards to search with you guys, because for us, we believe that search is still the biggest moonshot in Alphabet's history. Thank you.